Assalamualaikum guys. Okay, my name is Daniel Shafiq bin Muhammad Razman. Okay, today our group G will explain about mini project, a PV battery system serving a DC electric load. So we will doing the PV battery system on two occasional country, that is Brunei and also London. So let's go. What is a PV system? So a PV system is solar cell, also called photovoltaic cell, convert sunlight directly into electricity. Photovoltaic, often shortened as PV, get its name from the process of converting light photon to electricity voltage, which is called the photovoltaic effect. So how PV system works? So you can see that when we have a sunlight at morning or even on summer day, the PV or solar panel will absorb the radiation and the light photovoltaic from the sun, and it converts the light source. It converts the absorption heat from the sun source is convert to electricity. So it's directly uh, goes to the DC power system to cover the home's appliance like TV, washing machine, and so on. So, and also we include the battery inside the house, because when the sun is not well, I mean when the sun is when the day are cloudy or it's night time, we don't have sun, we don't have sun, and we must use battery. So battery will cover our home appliance at night, and also at cloudy day, and also at winter, something like that. So basically we doesn't use any generator whatsoever. We just use a PV system and also a battery. So that's all. Okay guys, I will show you the isolation from the GAISMA at London. So for my part is I will show you the location and also the isolation radiation of the London, UK. So you can see, if you type GAISMA and you search the search any country, but for me I will experiment the London. So the London, it will give you all the information about sunrise or something, and then it will give you the isolation part. This isolation radiation is the solar energy from the sun. So when you want to experiment on simulation Homer, you must have this insulation part. So other than that, we doesn't use this part. We just only use the isolation only. So each isolation is the number Romans is referring to the month. So this is January, okay, this is February, this is March, and then lastly this is December. So we also needs the latitude and longitude of this location of London. So basically we use these two latitudes and also longitude. So that's all.
Hello everyone, Assalamualaikum. My name is Noazira Umaira binti Syawuddin. My matrix number is B0819100078.
Okay, so I will explain about GAISMA in Bangga, Brunei. Okay, when we use this GAISMA website, we can identify the time for sunrise and sunset, the weather, the detail about solar energy, wind speed, temperature, about the coordinate, latitude and longitude, and others lah. Okay, so for this mini project, the place that we need identify is Brunei and London. Okay, we need to provide the country data to use the Homer, software, and the data we can get from this website lah, Guysma website. Okay, based on Homer software, for running the program, we need the longitude and latitude for the place that we want to observe. We also need to provide insolation data, or we can call it as solar radiation to run the program. Okay, so for Bangga Brunei, we can know the latitude is 4 degree 42 minutes and 36 seconds north, and longitude is about 115 degree 4 minutes and 48 seconds s. Okay, for the installation data, okay, we can see this one, installation. Okay, for the installation data in January, February, March, April, receive high solar radiation due to high exposure to sunlight. So from the solar radiation data, we can say that Brunei is suitable to use PV array because this country receives consistent sunlight compared to London just now.
Today we're gonna explain you the simulation, and we use Homer simulation and our location at London. So we collect our data from the Guysma website. You can see the longitude and latitude is on United Kingdom, and this is a Homer simulation. We use PV, battery, and the solar resources. From January to December, you can see we collect our data from the Guysma. The temperature column. And the battery, we just follow the guidance provided from our lecture. And the primary load by hourly also, we follow the data has been provided by our lecture. Now we calculate to see the result. As you can see, the blue one is the battery and the yellow one is PV. In UK, they use more battery than the power system. This one Baga fabric use, this one PV, and the battery usage.
Hi, now I would like to explain about the simulation. We use the Homo software and Guysma website to gather information regarding Brunei. Let's go. The system is this. We connect the PV and battery to produce DC power that can supply the primary load. For the solar resource, we simply typed in the readings from Guysma from January to December. Then it will plot as shown, and as you can see, the highest is in March and the lowest is during November and December. For the primary load, we simply use the load given and typed in, and then the load profile is plotted as shown. Now for the PV battery is important. We have to estimate the right amount and values for the costs in order for the system to run. For the battery, we used the Trojan L16P type, and then after a few try and errors, we came up with these values of size, capital, replacement, quantity, and such. After we have successfully keyed in the correct inputs, the simulation results as follows. For the cost, the PV and battery shows promising values for the annual performance of the system. This shows that the annual electrical energy production of the PV supporting the system, and it shows that the PV is suitable for the system. This is the PV operation, and this is the battery.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Azfidul bin Muhammad Azli. For this video, I would like to make a comparison of the system performance for both countries. Okay, so let's start. First, for the performance of London, the cost is 56,000 watt, and for the performance of Brunei, the cost is 20,000 watt. Okay, so next for the capital, the performance of London is $84,000 and the Brunei is $30,000, which means London spend more than Brunei. The cost expense is higher at the London than Brunei. Okay, for the lifetime, both are same for the London and Brunei, and the output current also both are the same. Okay, so if Brunei returns, the weather in the countries along the equator is hot and not always cloudy, so facilitate the PV system to absorb the sunlight. So much we spend on solar or PV system near the Brunei village. Gas, so the battery usage we use just a little, and the cost is not expensive than the London. Okay, so next, the end of the year and the beginning of the year is winter, so there is less sunlight, which is why the London use a lot of batteries. Because of that, it costs a lot to buy batteries instead of buying solar. London also has summer in the middle of the year. That summer isolation radiation sun is higher than Brunei, so he can absorb a lot more compared to Brunei summertime. Okay, so next, the max output for PV is 46 kilowatt for the performance of London's. As we know, London use more PV than Brunei, and of course the higher cost expense than Brunei. And for the performance of Brunei, the max output for PV is 21.8 kilowatt, and Brunei use less PV than London, so we save much cost on Brunei than the London. Okay, so that's all.
So, I will explain about discussion and conclusion. Okay, for discussion, we have found out that PV usage in Brunei are more efficient than London because Brunei receives sunlight all the year because this country is on the equator. But in London, they have different types of season all the year, and some of the season will lack of sunlight. The cost of PV array in London are more expensive than PV array cost in Brunei. So there are less PV array user in London than Brunei. Okay, so for conclusion, we can conclude that PV array have their own advantages and disadvantages. The advantages that we can gain by using PV array are we can save energy because we use renewable source, which is sunlight. The energy will be sustainable and clean because the energy will not produce any pollution. The advantages of PV array are the costs are too expensive and cannot be afforded by several people. Several countries and places are not strategic for using PV array due to season weather condition. We also had learned about Homo software and how to use it. We can observe and test the power system for specific country by using this software, and we can get a lot of information from GAISMA website. Okay, so I think that's all from me. Thank you.